Hello, hyperspace. My name is Davontos, and it's time to get hyped because we are going to get a look at the Christmas reskin of King's Row. Now, I know I'm a little late on making this video, but for those of you who are getting Overwatch for Christmas, or think you're getting Overwatch for Christmas, appreciate this map while you still can, because come January 2nd, this map probably won't be available again, at least this version of the map won't be available again until next Christmas. So let's browse around the map, see what we have here. It's a very Christmassy map. It feels a lot like Christmas, looks a lot like Christmas, even real life is starting to feel a lot like Christmas. So, in this map, they changed quite a few things. This actually used to be a little, I guess a coffee shop, was it? And now it changed like to a little apartment with a fireplace. They kind of like moved a few things around. They made one room a little bigger, but just the whole map in general, that's the payload. We're gonna get to that later. But the, just the whole map in general, it has a very jolly Christmas vibe to it. I actually looked at this statue over here and it's still the same thing, just has some snow on it. But just Christmas lights everywhere, it's snowing, everything is white. Ice Farah, what was for Frostbite Farah? She surprisingly camouflages very well in this map. Same thing with the white Widowmaker skin, either if she's dressed all in those white tights, or if she's dressed like that white ballerina. Those snowmen do pop and scatter everywhere, but you can see them in different poses. Like there's one in the window behind me, which I'm gonna get to see a little later. This building was enlarged. It's a little bigger than it used to be. This snowman right over here. You find multiple snowmen scattered around all over the map, and they're on like little funny poses, maybe some quirky poses. But it's pretty interesting to like hunt down the snowmen. They're not randomly generated, they're always in the same spot, but it's still really fun to like see them peeking through windows or like thinking. There's actually one, I believe it's in this map, that the snowman is like melting and he's like screaming. It's really cool. And then you have these posters, which they also changed to Christmas theme. I believe the old ones are advertising the same movies that you see in the Hollywood stage, and over here it's advertising, you know, some Christmas movies, maybe some Christmas themed posters. You have some Christmas lights scattered everywhere. Some bits of the map remain the same, like over here is nothing really changed here. I think that light is new, I'm not too sure. But then there are some other parts of the map like, well, let's see, let's explore together. Now here's something, so we fly up here and we got these little bows up on the wall. Do they stretch across the hallway? Apparently not. Well, they have some Christmas presents there. So you got even like little minor details in rooms that people don't really go in. That was a fail. I tried to like boost myself back, but I hit the wall. This hallway looks to be the same, but I know this here is a bar. Never noticed that sign before. Okay, this here is a bar, and this bar is scattered with Christmas lights. I believe they have some mistletoes here and there. And, well, it's just good to see that everybody in King's Row is preparing for Christmas. It's a little weird because King's Row is in London, and I don't think it ever snowed in London. And if it did, it was probably a very long time ago, I think. I'm not too sure. World Davontos isn't located in London. But the big surprise, aside from the payload, is what's in this giant cave in King's Row. Now, in the original story, there's like some kind of factory where you go and deliver the EMP, but here, it's a Christmas factory. I'm not gonna say this is like Santa's workshop. I mean, it looks like Santa's workshop. Maybe it is Santa's workshop, but it's still a funky looking workshop, and I like this workshop. There's presents everywhere. There are presents, you know, being transferred up on the ceiling, some kind of mail delivery system. You fly up and you just see them. I tried to land on one of these things, and, well, you just slide right off, so you can't land on them, you can't touch them, you fly through the presents. But scattered around this entire Christmas cave, there are Christmas lights, Christmas presents, Christmas wrapping paper, as you see right there on the wall, and the deeper you go, you find these desks, which I'm guessing is for Santa's elves, or maybe whoever's running this little Christmas factory. There's one by the enemy spawn, and I feel like that one's a little more decorated than the other desks, so it might be Santa's work desk. Maybe. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm getting too carried away, but it's just a very nice map. Very Christmassy, very jolly, and it's not going to stay here for long. So enjoy this map while you still can, because as I said, come January 2nd, they're probably going to remove it, and this version of King's Row won't be available until next Christmas. This is back where I spawned. There's nothing really in here. This is foggy and blue. And that little yellow thing on the pipe, I never noticed that before. I tried to get a good look at it, but it's just like some, I don't know, TV screen. But that's basically about it. Now we're going to get a look at the payload. The payload is really special in this map, so let's fast forward up to the payload. And here we are at the payload. The meter's about to fill up, and here we go. There's something special when you spawn the payload, so let's hear it.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Get this moving.
payload is Santa's sleigh. That's epic! And that kinda also confirms that that cave thing might be Santa's workshop, because it only makes sense to deliver Santa's sleigh to Santa's workshop so he can make those deliveries. I really like this payload. It's like very well decorated. You hear those like the chariots going as you move it, and it just suits this entire King's Row theme. So that's it with the video. If you liked this video, punch that like button with a mighty force. You can follow me up on Twitter at DavantosMan. And as always, I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a nice day.